It's the return of a prodigal son, former NFL player Andrew Pinnock. The pride of Bloomfield is back home in Connecticut. Welcome.
Thank you.
Big bruiser. Back in the playing days, 250 pounds. Yep. You made your name blocking, clearing out holes. You played in San Diego, played in Denver. But pride of Bloomfield High guy. Yep. Went to graduate 1999. 99. Played South Carolina.
Yep.
7 years in the NFL.
Yep.
A seventh round draft pick, I believe. Yep. Right. So you're back now. You're back home. Life in the NFL. What was that like? Living the life.
I mean, it was everything you expect. You know, the NFL is a business, and you know there's different things that go on that you have to learn. And I was fortunate enough to be able to be in the NFL for 7 years. I mean, it's a privilege to be in the NFL, and just to be in there for 7 years, because the average career in the NFL is 2.5 years.
Right.
And you know, so there's a lot of sacrifices, you know, a man must make to last on that level, and as far as taking care of your body, always, you know, going to work, doing your job, you know, preparation, and you know. And the reason I believe the NFL career is only 2.5 years is not necessarily the injuries. It's mainly the mental side of it. Can you
the distraction?
Right. Can you last mentally? Can you not be distracted? Can you you know, when you have all this free time and you have all this money, and you know, can you handle yourself from, you know, distractions, a woman, and you know, it's drugs, is, you know, and there's a lot of guys that just can't handle it.
How'd you do? Because we had Vin Baker on here a few months back, NBA guy, played 10, 12 years, had an $80 million contract, and squandered most of it, you know, and he'll tell you that everything you mentioned, distractions, wine, women, song, you know, all the distractions out there, he engaged in all of that to the point now where he squandered millions and millions of dollars, and now trying to get the word out about his story, hoping other folks understand that when you have that kind of blessing, that you can't blow it. How did you do? Because one stat very interesting, that after 5 years after they're retired, they say almost 2/3 of NFL players are broke or divorced.
Right.
Are you aware of that, and how do you change that cycle?
Yeah, I'm fully aware of it. Now, in today, the NFL has a great program as far as second career savings, where the players now, they don't have a choice. You know, they don't have the choice. They deduct their money, and it goes into the 401k, where before you had a choice whether you wanted to have a 401k account or whether you want to have second career savings. And they can't touch it. No, you can't touch it. It's secure, and it grows for them. So I know there was a problem with, like, you know, the guys playing in the 80s and the early 90s, where they didn't really have this support. And I've been fortunate enough to play in the era where, you know, our union pretty much protected us and made sure we were going in the right direction. Because I mean, being young, coming in with all this money, and I mean, you have everybody pulling at you here, and it's so easy to get distracted and go the wrong direction. Even if you're not, don't even get the guys that don't even get distracted by or doing what they're supposed to do. It's sometimes it's the, you know, you have the agents. You have so many different people coming at you, and without even knowing, you're getting pretty much robbed.
Right.
You're getting
trust.
Right. And then you lose your trust issue, and then, you know, and that's when, you know, when that happens to you, then that's when you, like, you know, I've seen a lot of guys, you know, mentally break down, and they can't handle it.
Well, it's tough when you squandered millions of dollars, right? And now you realize that you're 30 years old now, and the kind of money you made in the NFL, you probably never make the next part of your life. That's tough when you realize, man, that money passed through your hands, and you don't have that opportunity. Now, what kept you so grounded?
The people that I kept in my life.
Who were they?
I could mention Bob Fiandella has been a
Bob Fiandella, former Phoenix CEO.
He's been a great mentor to me.
How did you meet Bob through?
I met him my junior year in high school.
Okay.
And he
retired now, right?
Right, he retired now, and I, you know, stayed in touch with him and always seeked his advice and everything. But, you know, even through, you know, having him around, just growing up. I mean, when I say growing up, first getting into the NFL, and, you know, I was still young. I made some terrible bad decisions.
Biggest bad decision you made?
Coming out of college, I purchased an H2 Hummer coming out.
How much that cost?
Oh man, it was what 2003 cost. It was probably about $50,000.
Okay, all right.
$50,000, but with a loan and interest rate that probably was illegal. And that was the first big mistake I made. And like I said, you have these agents coming at you, and us kids, especially us, black kids coming up, and we grew up in urban neighborhoods, didn't really have much. That's the first thing we think about. We like, spending and what we didn't have, and what kind of car we have, and then the agents are very aware of it, and they go out there and they preach to
your targets.
Right, they preach to the kids. This would be, and it sounds so good. I'm telling you, it sounds so good, and like we can get you this, we can get you that, but you have no idea that they not get. You're paying for that, but you're paying, and you're going to pay for it at a much bigger price.
Right.
And
Shylock rates.
Right, exactly.
Now you're probably thinking too. We're about 2 minutes left. Actually, 1 minute and change. That the money will keep going. When that kind of money is flowing in, you figure, all right, I'll get a Hummer here, a couple of houses here. You're always thinking, I'm guessing that this money's going to keep going. You're young, you're making money, that it's not going to stop. That attitude, I guess, doesn't change till you're older. And you realize, okay, as you mentioned, it's a 3-year career most times in the NFL.
Right.
I see something on your arm. Maybe the camera can catch this. It's Psalms 27, 1 through 6. And just give us one quick top of that real quick, because obviously it means that you're a very spiritual person, and I'm guessing that keeps you grounded too. Give us the first top of Psalms 27, 1.
The Lord is my light and my salvation. Why should I be afraid? The Lord protects me from danger. Why should I tremble? Evil people come to destroy me. They will stumble and fall. The almighty arm surrounds me. My heart still holds no fear. Even if they attack me, I remain confident. One thing I ask of the Lord, the thing I seek most, is to live in the house of the Lord forever. Delighting in the Lord's perfection, meditating in his temple, and sing praises of joy.
So that's kept your foundation too. That's been a big part of it too.
Something that I recited before football games, and it's something that just kept me grounded. Before we step on the field as a running back group, because you go out on the field in sections. I would recite this to the group, and we.
I want to tell your story some more. We have about 5 seconds.
Okay.
You're with the JCC right now doing some great work with them, football camp. In 5 seconds, break us down. You have a football camp going on and doing some work with the JCC in Bloomfield.
Yep.
Real quick.
I'm doing a week-long football camp, July 11th through 15th. Mandel Jewish Community Center has given me a great opportunity, and it's also an opportunity for me to give back to the community and give back to the kids.
We got to cut you off. Sorry about that. All right, folks. Thank our guests. We have Christine Stewart, T.C. Brantley, Andrew Pinnock. Don't forget, folks, you can watch all of our interviews online 24/7 at ctnow.com/Stan, and join us at facebook.com/Stan Simpson Show. We're on Twitter, too. The Fox Connecticut Weekend Morning Show is next. I'm Stan Simpson. See you next week.